gameplay, so only so we can have the gameplay from the very beginning, I think we should reset. What do you think?
Yeah. Give me 1 second here, guys. It's my first time. It's my first day.
Oh, why am I messing this up?
Are both players okay with the reset due to not having gameplay since the beginning?
Yeah, I'm good with that, especially since I'm playing badly.
Okay, perfect.
What, you die already?
Yeah. I just beat the trash can now.
Oh, I wasn't even there yet, so I will absolutely take a reset.
1 second, guys. I'm so sorry.
No worries. It's all good.
Wait, I thought they said you beat the trash can guy already.
No, I missed the skip, so I did not get up there.
And we should be...
Freebies.
Let's go.
Wait, what?
You'll see that now. My apologies.
T, if you right click...
I took a poop there, so... Let's do this again. I've got both participants muted and deafened on my side, so Louis, would you mind to do the countdown since you can hear them still?
Yes, I'll start from 5 and then we'll reset on 0. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reset.
There we go.
Can you hear the music on?
We're good. I think we're good. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. It's brutal. Alright, let's go. Whatever. Just whatever, brother. This thing. Bird. Guys, you're gonna get my full commentary here, so my apologies. 1 sec.
It's all good. I messed up on the rope part.
Oh my God. Damn it. Dude, how many times do you have to shoot this bird? What? Hello?
Just don't mess this part up.
Alright. I think we're good now. It's just us now, guys. It's just us now. I think we're... Jeez. Oh my God.
No, I still hear you.
Oh God.
I still hear you. I'll mute myself. That'll be easier.
You've never seen this part of the game, Lloyd. You're such a liar, dude.
Lloyd's like, I've never seen this game before. Oh man.
Oh my God, dude.
Alright. We're on a roll, guys.
Cabbage is fine. It's not a big deal. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Just go down. This bird right now.
Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted. I messed that up.
Oh jeez. Just give me all of those. Oh, say it.
Okay, that should be better. There we go. Now if Louis comes back in here, he should be able to hear me. Oh my God. There's so much that goes into this. I know the screen's a little messy there. Now, let me...
No.
Alright,
Whatever,
can you
couldn't
hear
get
me
the extra
now?
health.
Yes.
Okay, there you are. For some reason, the server got deafened. I had no idea, so I didn't have no permissions to undeafen it. So, alright. Moving back to the things at hand here. Ted is moving past level 1 directly into anti-asteroids. Deanie is just taking taking his time here there, standing. So he might have had some technical difficulties or something.
Right.
Ooh, Deanie taking a death early on.
Man, brother.
So this is just a little tidbit. Between most levels, there's a special racing stage called Andy Asteroids, where Jim races against a Cy Crow on his rocket. That's what we're watching here.
And so, while
Yo, Jacob the sub, let's go.
those blue bubbles that you guys see going by, if you collect 50 of them, you get an extra continue, because the age of this game is back when you die, and you run out of continues, you start the game over.
or in this case, yeah, a game over.
Stop. Dude, I jumped, brother.
Oh, Beanie taking another
Yeah,
death.
that's you on wheels. That's wild. You're not trash, though.
He is struggling here.
Use the tuba.
I believe this
Barely made it to 50
guy's
these
name
orbs.
is Chuck. He's the owner and final boss of New Junk City.
How are we doing right now on
Go.
time?
Time to lock in.
Oh, I'm actually golden?
No, that might be the Harry.
Alright guys, we're on best pace ever right
Yes,
now.
I think that is Junkrat.
The Harry Creatures.
Alright, we got another continue, baby.
See, Ted just got another continue from getting 50 of those bubbles there.
Now, this is interesting because both players are trying their best to play conservative with their lives, but also have the urgency of the speed run. So it's very interesting to see the different approaches they have.
Trash. This is
Yeah, so both participants was worried about this, thinking that they were behind on everything here. But that's the smartest way to play. Is the easiest way to play this game is health conservation. Because again, like I said a second ago, if you die and you run out of continues, you just start over, and that is drastic in a game like this, especially in a race set.
Why is he singing like that? What's up, Bree?
Conservative conservation.
Again, the 7 levels are New Junk City being level 1, level 2 is what the heck, level 3 is down the tubes.
Dude, a tuba again, brother?
Yes. How long do runs usually take? Ted's PB is 50 minutes. Unfortunately, Deanie does not have a PB, so we are just gonna wait and see here. But for anybody just joining, go ahead.
Luigi Deanie here fighting Chuck. Chuck is the owner and final boss of New Junk City. He's that hairy creature who regurgitates fish when being hit.
And as he's regurgitating the fish, you can see that massive cake he's carrying.
Yes. You have to be careful with Chuck because those fish can quickly cost you a life if you're not careful. So it's important to reposition every time.
Hey, Jasper, subscribe.
Once the players know the pattern, so it's a little bit easier.
Dude, I'm baffled.
So anybody just now,
unique. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
anybody just now joining, asking about how long these runs usually take, it is the first person to beat the game.
I've never had this happen in practice.
Or as soon as the timer in the center of the screen here reaches 1 hour. You can continue now, Louis. You were saying something, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was saying that each boss kind of has its own unique patterns, you know, a la Cuphead, if you've ever heard of that modern platformer.
They're just unalive.
Yeah, this strat's good.
The players, you know, have done their research and studying the boss fights, and that's what you're seeing here, where they looks like we got a dead
one.
on Chuck. Yeah, Luigi Deanie struggling there with the boss fight at the first level, New Junk City.
Like, I don't
Be
get
careful
that.
here.
Heck? What was that, a delayed fire?
He's struggling with level 1, while Ted is at the last boss of level 2, fighting Evil the Cat.
That's right. Evil the Cat is the final boss on
Right,
second level. The third level, down the tubes. It's gonna be interesting here.
And we definitely glitched.
Down the tubes is wild.
No, we 100% glitched the game.
And the controls
It wasn't
are just
sending crates.
absolutely the worst.
We need
that
the
you can
crazy
do.
to beat the boss. That's wild. That's insane.
That's right.
How are we doing right
Again,
now?
This is interesting.
Oh, I got a
because
gold.
The rules, you know, if a player gets a game over, the best he can do is start all over and hope that the other player also gets a game over and that he gets further than he did on that
It's all
run.
good.
I'm not sure how
No
the
worries.
rules are exactly. I was going to
Imagine
ask you, let's say somebody gets almost to the last level and they die. Does that run count if they lose, if they get a game over, or do they have to actually be there when the counter
This is
stops?
phenomenal.
They have to be when the counter stops live.
Okay.
Hey, thank you for the sub, Son Natty.
There's been quite a few, and Ted happened last night, I think, where he died and game over on the last
Look at those
boss.
fish.
So it's definitely a possibility that even though Deanie here is struggling on level 1, there's still a possibility that he could come back from
Let's
it.
go.
And as mentioned earlier here, interwoven between each level, you have this Andy Asteroids level where you have the opportunity to get
Throw the
continuous.
white flag, brother.
So
In a race setting, these continues are paramount. In a speedrun setting, it actually costs time.
yes. But because of the difficulty of this platformer and its genre, these Andy Asteroid levels are vital to continuing, having that longevity for the nearly 1 hour runs that Earthworm Gym tend to be in this format. Those of you tuning in,
another continue, baby.
Absolute
Let's
Cartoon
go.
Here with Sir T, we're commentating over
Wait, how am I 5 minutes ahead?
versus
That
Ted
doesn't seem
Fett's Earthworm Gym on the Sega Genesis race. Quite exciting here. Interwoven between each level, you can see that the players have this like cool asteroid stage. That's where we see Luigi Dini on top. Ted Fett seems to be entering down the tube, so let's see his strategy here. What do you think of the run so far, Sir T?
So, Dini is definitely struggling a little bit. He does. You can tell he knows what he's doing as far as moving through the levels and going through these asteroids and everything. You can tell he's put some practice behind. But maybe he just hasn't had the time frame to be able to really grind it out. Now, Ted, on the other hand, we all know Ted is a super grinder. This guy kills.
Master grinder.
He kills everything he touches.
You guys having a good game, by the way?
I think he's in total practiced this game for like 2 days. I know he was on and off a little bit at the beginning, doing like, hey, I'll do a level here and then swap to a Mario, and then he decided to put 1 good day's worth of practice in it, and he's now down to a 50-minute PB. So I think that's showing. He spent the time in here. He grinded it out, and he is moving very quickly through these levels.
And the thing is, like, because game wars are potentially a risk here, it's about consistency, because you can perform excellent on your first run and die in level 7, and you have to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I'm noticing on Ted Fett's gameplay is that it's very patternistic and rhythmic. He seems to have practiced the pacing of the game using, for example, these shield bubbles on top of the tube in a very patternistic. This is very Donkey Kong Country-esque type of traveling here on this 2D genre platforming game. And this is a very difficult section here where getting too much damage on this spaceship here can cause the player tons of time and stress. So let's see how Ted Fett's maneuvers through these tubes here. Meanwhile, Luigi Dini going through what the heck, taking his time to preserve his life here, his lives that are remaining here. Both players focused and locked in. Interesting to see them reacting here to each other's pacing.
2 very different paths too, as far as what the heck. Ted took a gate clip that skips half the level, while Dini never mind. Dini hasn't gotten to that point yet. I thought he was taking the snowman. So there's 2 ways you can go with this: is take this gate clip, or you can go through and fight a little mini boss and get through the level like that. This gate clip saves probably close to 2 minutes. Oh, and he looks like he's...
Feds made it with the ship intact. It had quite a bit of fractures there on the glass. He was still able to make it through. He's zooming past here the vertical movement as Luigi Dini took some damage here. He has to be careful with the pacing if he wants to get to Ted Fett's level currently, because again they have a couple more levels to go. After down the tubes you have Snot a Problem, which has a very difficult boss, but you know, Major Mucus is the name of that boss, so we'll see how both players handle the
Sky, I don't know what this game is.
Really? Major Mucus is his name?
No idea.
Yes, I hope everyone in chat is having a wonderful time. Yes, I believe it's Major Mucus. The boss monster for...
I've only called him Snot.
Yeah. That's a nickname. That's a nickname that the community calls him a lot. Yeah, because of the level. That is, that's his nickname, Snot, or Major Mucus.
Go, baby.
So you're not wrong here. Look, it looks like Luigi Dini is...
Yeah. He took he did not do the gate clip, so he took that mini boss and is going through this actual second half of the level. before he's able to get to Evil's cast.
Get wrecked. Oh man, this is where it ends.
Which is probably strategic in a sense, because if you miss the gate clip, it takes 10 health every single time you try it. And he wasn't high on health when he got to that point. So rather than taking the life and the continue that he's sitting at, because he's at 0 lives right now, he opted to just do the second half of the level so he could preserve that life.
We do not have time to do that.
Tedfed's being very careful here with the ship, maneuvering the maze with precision here. Very impressive. This is actually one of the bottlenecks where most players continue bouncing back and forth, causing too much damage to the ship here. But Tedfed seems to have gotten this pattern down. He's almost completed here.
I'm sorry that we're getting
tunnel now.
caged right now, but
is making his way through the second level here.
He's coming very close to the end here. And as far as Ted's case is concerned, he is coming up on the ending of the sub-level right now. It only takes about 7 hits to explode from that.
Made it through. Wow.
Yes.
That thing was like at 6 or 5, man. It was one
He was close.
away from. Yep.
awesome.
And we see Luigi making his
Alright,
way
we're doing
as
good,
well
guys.
to the final.
This is a very hard jump on that Luigi Dini's at. It's a double hook.
Yeah.
And the
How much ahead am I right now, guys? I golded?
Yeah, but it has to do with the hitboxes back then. With these video games, they're very particular, and they did this on purpose to extend the gameplay. But
Golden. We're doing good, guys.
Mental health.
We have again interwoven levels. We have
That was really good, man.
Ted going through the anti-asteroids level.
Can he just like
As Serti said earlier, this is very vital to keeping the marathon going in this type of platformer.
It is a gauntlet.
Getting a game over is very dangerous, especially towards the end of the run where it's harder to, let's say one of them game overs at
How much ahead are
the
we?
40-minute mark.
Ooh, we're ahead by a lot.
They're gonna have to play a lot
2.5 minutes
riskier,
ahead.
and that can lead to a meltdown. So both players are gonna have to be careful to conserve themselves.
Dini had to use his only continue that he has right now, and he has to restart what the heck.
Let's go.
So he's restarting what the heck here.
Okay.
Well, it's a very confusing level.
Louis is trying so
we
hard
were talking about earlier. Meanwhile, Ted is entering the.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm messing up on this guy.
If I'm not mistaken, that's level
Everything's
4.
fine. So there's epic
Levels up to
meltdown.
this.
3 rounds to this fight.
There we go.
Yes, that's right. Here's the bungee cord section. Nice. We got some good movement. Ted Feds as Luigi Dini makes his way through what the heck.
Deciding to go with the full level of what the heck too, rather than turning around at a major hill and doing a very easy huge skip. I wonder if he knows about that skip.
And this is where you get to see the different approaches of their research and their studying of the game mechanics, or players that have spedrun the game. But this video game aesthetically, if you notice, it's actually quite pleasing. It's not a problem because of the way that it's vertical movement.
I'm probably gonna
and
die on
there's,
this. Let's
this
just die.
rubber band effect.
Let's get full health.
And so the Sega Genesis was very good for doing this compared to the SNES. So it's good to see that being implemented, the animation style and the way that the velocity and momentum is portrayed on the Sega Genesis compared to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. A very underrated console in terms of its graphical power. Anywho, we have Luigi Dini here making his way through the second level still. He has to be careful here, because if that's his only continue Serti, I don't know how he's going to be able to catch up with Ted. If Ted turns into super conservative mode, if there's a game over, I can see this being a very different type of game. I mean, because they can implement strategies. I mean,
Alright, all we gotta do is not mess this up.
But there's all sorts of strategies that both players can implement here. You know, one player can decide to not take any risk and simply decide to not take any damage at all, or what do you think about that, Sir T?
So I really hope somebody doesn't do that, where they just kind of get to a safe spot and just stand still. I don't think that would be enjoyable for them or
I don't think that they
let's
would
go,
do
man.
anything like that. But I mean more like instead of taking any risk with enemies, avoiding enemies, maybe they would shoot them.
That's not good.
Absolutely.
And I think that's fair, right? As long as it's within the fair.
That's fine.
I think that's going to be interesting to see here because the pacing. I mean, the pacing is everything.
The pacing is everything, and the way this tournament is structured, it leaves you almost in an anxious state because you know you have to go fast, but you know you also have to go safe. So it's a risk it for the biscuit, or the turtle in the hair kind of scenario.
That's right.
Ooh, I'm actually doing pretty good, guys.
I love the concept that
Guys, we're 4 minutes ahead right now.
Strategies and different approaches everybody's going to do within this tournament.
We have Knots here, a comment coming in from one of the viewers saying Ted is about 4 minutes ahead of his current PB.
Let's go!
Seems to be a Ted viewer here giving us
PB. Get the hell out of here, bro.
That's amazing.
This guy
He just got that 50-minute, and I think it was a 15-second
See you, brother.
PB right before this race started.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, wait.
That's fine.
So you can definitely tell the amount of just research that's been done. Especially on Ted's case here. He is just flying through these levels. And just so everybody knows, before this tournament started, the last place leaderboard submission was just over 1 hour, which is why we're going to the hour. It's a great bullet point for people to gauge. Like, okay, we're going to go with we're trying to be faster than the slowest person that was on the leaderboards by the time we started this. And I believe everybody that has submitted runs so far in this tournament has beat that time, except for one person. And that one person might surprise you. Do you have any guesses on who that one might be, Louis?
I'm not sure.
That would be Mr. Logan.
Wow, you know what? Well, you know what? He is a very versatile speedrunner. He has a lot of games that he's studying at the same time, so that makes sense to me. He's one of the most, I should say, well spread in his genres in the speedrunning category.
He is one of the 2 5-stars in this tournament based off of pure variety speedruns.
Right, so that makes sense to me how he would have less time to practice this because he's doing a whole bunch of different projects at the same time, fundraising, simultaneously with tournaments. So that makes sense to me. I mean, the guy has a lot, and he has a lot of his plate. For what the time he has, I think
at least we're still ahead by a lot.
Considering
What
all,
the hell?
all
That guy's never caught up to me before.
aspects, it makes sense. It's a very difficult video game to mix into your daily practice from before,
The amount of time it takes just to learn the mechanics of the game, because, I mean, I'm not sure how much everybody's familiar with the Sega Genesis, but they were on drugs, like they had to have been, because, like, the amount of difficulty they put in their games, I mean, even going back to, like, the original OG Sonic.
Can you imagine a little ball guy with a briefcase?
So, like, the amount of time you have to spend to learn the mechanics of some of these old games like this would just kind of blow your mind if you're not ready for it.
Like that, dude.
Yeah, and I have some tidbits here about the game for its commercial success. Earthworm Jim was a significant success upon its release in 1994. The game sold more than 1 million copies, Sir T. By 1995, it established itself as a major hit in the 16-bit era, and it won the title of Best Genesis Game of 1994 by Electronic Gaming Monthly. So, it was when it came out, it was a hit, man.
I had no idea. That's really cool to know.
We have to go back to the start.
When you look at it, I mean, compared to all...
Oh, Deanie with the game over.
Brother.
Deanie has to start over from level 1.
Back to the start.
This is not good. I mean, this is...
Okay.
Now, when you get a game over in this game, it exactly sounds like what it is. It's a complete reset. You get your lives back. You go back to the square one, ladies and gentlemen. Now, looking at Ted Feds, I believe he's in level... Let's see, what level is this? Is Eon's not a problem currently? No, he's on Psycho, isn't he?
I did
Well,
us
he is
so
past,
dirty, guys. I'm so
He's on
sorry.
level 6 this age.
Level 6? So
Right.
is this the butt build level?
No, okay, yeah, no, he's level 5.
Okay, Psycho. Okay, interesting. He's
Yes,
one of
you
the principal
beat
villains
Ben.
in the series.
Yeah, the cartoon for this game is really good. And you see everything you see in the game right now with Psycho and Evil the Cat and even Jim and Pete, his sidekick. You see all that in the shows, and I really like how the game stayed true to the cartoon.
Yeah, that's one of the, a lot of video games back then were adaptations from cartoons, and one of the popular ones is the Bart Simpson, the one where it's like you're side-scrolling, and you're on
Oh yeah, the Simpsons video game for the Super
Bart
Nintendo.
Nightmare. Yeah.
That was almost in the tournament, but I didn't think I wanted to be that.
That game is even harder, I think, with its RNG. So some players might be saying, "Oh my God, Sir how could you pick this?" But I think it's just a challenge, and it doesn't mean that every video game in the future is going to be to its equal difficulty. But I think paying homage to a 1994 platformer like this and seeing what the community can do with it might get spicier, man.
Absolutely.
We don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't know where the future can go here, but it's expanding the skill sets for the community. They can take some of these patterns that they're learning and apply them to other 2D genres
Absolutely.
in speedrunning.
And it gives each speedrunner the opportunity, because I'm a retired speedrunner. I understand how it was. I like speedrunning. I wanted to run other games, but I didn't know what I wanted to run. And this kind of takes that decision away from these guys. And they're like, okay, we got something to run now. We got something to learn. And let me see if I like this game now.
And you know what? I see what you mean, because it feels like it's hard to catch up with SM64 when it's a grandfather of speedrunning, and it feels like we're so far behind compared to someone who started grinding 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I see what you mean about the starting.
Oh, that was
scratch.
perfect, dude.
Does give it some
Okay,
exciting.
should I try to fight him?
Hey, maybe I could shine
Probably.
here, and let's see how many players compete. So I was very surprised the outcome of how many players wanted to participate in this. It's
Oh yeah,
very
we
exciting.
started off with 19 competitors. We had a couple people have to leave for life events and different things like that. But even now, we're sitting at 16, and everybody seems really cool about this. They might not particularly like this game specifically, but they're here for the challenge. They're here for the pure variety and learning new things, which is just amazing.
Now, Ted Fence here is zooming through the.
Okay.
I believe this is one of the last.
Oh shit, 5 minutes ahead. Guys, we're 5 minutes ahead now.
Not for Pete's sake.
That's right.
So, Pete
Level
is
5.
actually...
Not hitting him, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
Pete
shit.
is actually, Earthworm Jim's sidekick. And in this level, you have to escort
Got
him,
the crates.
and
This guy.
if he
Right.
takes damage or falls off a
Right.
cliff or something like that, he transforms into a monster and attacks Jim.
No, Tina, it doesn't make sense.
There is a skip at the beginning of this, though, that I've seen a couple runners grind out, and it's a single to two frame skip where Pete gets grabbed by a tentacle, and as he's being grabbed and it's transformed his sprite into the monster sprite, they actually despawn him. So if you get far enough away from Pete and he's off the screen, he'll just stay despawned, and you can go through this entire level without having to worry about escorting him at all.
Legend?
That's cool. I'm just letting you know that.
Hey, what's up, Kylie?
I
I feel a little bit more relaxed now that we're at level 6 already.
But that's an interesting tidbit there that you just shared, Sir Team. It makes you think about all the different patterns that players can take on with each enemy. And you notice that the boss fights are all a little bit different.
Been saying it for
How much health do I have?
a year now.
20% health?
We see
Okay, we'll continue. This is fine.
with New Chunk City's Chuck here.
Okay, I want to die on this part.
Compared to,
And
say...
holding that cake, man.
He has the cake. Now look at the Sega Genesis display
let's-
of graphics
let's let this guy
here
kill
with
me.
this level that Ted Fez is on.
Let him kill me, so we
you
can
can
start
see
with
the,
full health.
Ooh, Ted taking a death.
Ooh. Yeah, you can see the difficulty of the levels progressing as you get closer to the
All on my
last three
strategy,
levels.
guys.
For Pete's sake, intestinal distress and butt fill.
Doritos,
Okay, that's
dude?
fine.
That's nasty.
But
what kind
you know,
of Doritos though?
Earthworm Jim
That's not
even
fair.
kept going in the series, and I believe they made a Nintendo 64 version of the game as well, right?
I think they have up to like 6 Earthworm Jim
Yeah.
games sporadically.
Yeah. And a bunch of like spin-offs on the portable consoles.
Better than the red bag.
Oh yeah, there's a lot
Oh,
of,
shit.
and I do believe there was a remake of this specific one for the Nintendo Switch, where they fixed quite a few bugs and added a
This
quite a
goes
few
back
things.
so far, bro.
Sweet chili is good.
Softnut asks,
Okay,
I'm messing up a lot.
Viewers here in the chat, sir.
Well, we got Earthworm Jim here, and then we have Earthworm
save
Jim
that.
2,
That was going in the
and we
hole.
have Earthworm Jim 3, and then we have Minesweeper. That was all, that was all lying. I'm not telling nobody the new game yet.
Shoot, shoot, shoot,
I
shoot,
thought you were
shoot.
serious for like a second, bro. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, really?
Game number 2 will be announced on January 4th, and the grind phase for the second round of this will start then. That way we get through the holidays. None of the participants have to worry about trying to divide their time between anything. Same thing with the viewers too.
Now, to 5 seconds, you were reaching the half mark here of the round of the tournament here, the Mutidini Ted Fez
Your red
round.
chili or nacho cheese. Our red is nacho
Notice
cheese.
the level design kind of increasing in monsters. I noticed there's a lot more going on the screen towards
Yeah, we got that
the last few
continuing
levels when I was
meeting
watching the
about
players
10 minutes
speedrun,
ago.
man, I was getting secondhand stress.
It is a stressful game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It throws a lot of stuff at you, like these asteroids that you're seeing on Ted's side right now.
Look at this. And again, you have to make sure that you're focusing, making sure that if you miss one, you gotta try to jump out of the way, conserve some of your health.
On top of that, you have to make sure none of them hit Pete as well, or he'll take you back into the level,
Barbecue,
earlier into the level,
black bag
and
action
take
set. Very
10%
true.
of your health away.
Black bag's awesome.
That's right, and we see Ted Feds here is coasting with 2 lives here. How many continues does he have? Does it say it on the screen at all?
No, it does not, but he has gotten 1 continue to my knowledge, so he's sitting at 2 continues up.
Used.
Interesting.
That's getting
So he's
abused.
Something drastic will have to happen.
and each continue gives you 3 lives.
Chili Doritos or black bag.
I
Gotcha.
believe it's 3.
Oh, interesting.
Guy, you're such a
wow. So technically,
I don't tell you that.
Ted's on.
Got asteroid skip.
6. He's sitting on quite a bit on 8 lives.
We actually have an extra continue.
Yeah, he's sitting on a lot.
We have 2 continues.
Some
2
major
extra.
things would have to happen.
Two
A
extra,
crazy meltdown will have to happen for Ted not to be able to keep the pace that he's on.
Just do it.
But there is 20 minutes left. So, well, there's
One thing
29
watching
Doritos
all
by the
these
Dubs,
players
sweet chili.
compete and practice, they've gained my respect. All of them. It's very interesting to see a player take on a new game. Basically start at square one and grind it out. And starting on
Good.
the same start line. And
That should be
finishing.
asteroid skip number 2.
This is the most exciting aspect of the tournament is that that hey, for sure this is a very obscure game. It's not like someone practiced. That's why I was banned from the tournament because I could have just used a time machine, but being a commentator.
Oh, I got the checkpoint. Okay, we're
Being a
good.
commentator is just as fun, because I have to pretend that I don't know what's gonna happen, but to see sometimes I have to use a neuralizer just to kind of
Stop.
fool myself into not knowing what's gonna happen. But I'm very jealous of your perspective here, brother. Your linear time perspective.
I'm messing this up a little bit.
It has a lot more excitement.
I honestly like.
it's got to be difficult knowing everything that will happen at every given second.
It's not. It has to be connected to my timeline. So if I don't ever interact with the
Wait, did I
person,
get 3 asteroid
I
skips?
can't.
Did you go through acting classes to push this forward a little bit? To kind of help
No, I really did. There's a
No,
streamer
dude.
called Intern.
I did? I've never gotten that before.
He's a guy. He's my transporter. He transports all sorts of goods in his spaceship, and he has neuralizers, and yeah, I had to go to him, and he was able to erase my memory. I just wanted to understand the game and know the level names and all that, but I didn't want to know who won. So I truly don't know what might happen here. I mean, Testbed's computer might freeze. You know, he might get a little bit confident and focus on chat. Maybe he gets a universe and he's flabbergasted or something. I don't know.
Give me 1 second.
I just know that all players have my respect because this game stresses me out watching it, man.
It's hard. It's hard. And
It's a very difficult game.
Dini is struggling. He is struggling with what the heck.
I think he's doing better than I would have.
They're doing great, yeah.
Better than I would have.
They've only had 2 weeks to practice, and everybody learns at different speeds. Everybody has different strengths and weaknesses. And this tournament's stripping all that away and just kind of exposing everybody, essentially. And
For their training styles
correct.
and their approaches. Yeah, that makes sense, man. And that's the whole point of the tournament, to see.
Oh, Kylie with the subscribe. Let's go.
Okay, adapt the fastest to a new genre,
first
a new
real
game
challenge,
here. Luigi Dini with the snowman.
All right, how are we doing on time right now, guys?
Here, quickly getting through. Oh, he got a hit here. He has to be careful.
I'm trying to
With Tedfeds entering
I wish I got
another
that.
Andy Asteroids interwoven
Oh
level
shoot,
here.
this is bad.
about to go into intestinal distress,
That's
which
right.
can be a rough level with the little turd balls rolling at you the entire time.
That's right. And it looks like Luigi Dini got hit here. Oh, very unlucky. I thought he was gonna make that. The hitbox is very, very strict with Earthworm Jim's design. I did look into why this game is notorious for its difficulty, and a lot of it has to do with the hitboxes.
Dude, I'm not gonna catch him.
Hitboxes are terrible.
I'm gonna have to fight
Have you ever played
Psychro.
this game?
I played it just to kind of understand the difficulty of it. I wanted to come into this with some sort of experience, and no, man, I couldn't even get past like level 3. I was like, nah, this is a different thing, man. This
It's
is
a lot.
different animal. It's a
627 ahead.
And the
Dude,
biggest
that's
thing
insane.
is the whip.
I have time save at
Like,
the end, too.
hitboxes and everything, overall, grand spectrum here is kind of shit. But the whip is the worst part about this game, in my opinion, because you have to use it between killing enemies. Some enemies you can only kill with the whip.
Okay, how much health do I have?
And then you can see DD coming over here and
Quite a
using
lot.
his whip
Okay, let's continue.
to
Let's
swing
go with
across. The hitboxes for that whip is terrible. Like, I'm not
very
sure.
unforgiving. Yes, they're very unforgiving. They're very accurate. You have to hit it.
Mhm.
You have to hit it. There is almost no room for failure on the whip swings. I agree.
Yeah, if you can't hit the whips,
shoot.
you don't make it very far in the game. And that's just a sad fact of this style game,
Okay, hold on. Let's just.
Bryce Wood here, one of
do
the
that.
runners, saying this game has been very cool to learn, though. One of the most prestigious speedrunners here in our community, commentating here as a viewer. I agree. I noticed the different players learning the game and the excitement that it brings them, and learning something new with their fellow colleagues.
Dude, I can't wait to
taking
talk about
another
this.
death here.
This guy sucks.
Shoot, come
Man,
on.
this is the level
Just
that I
go
struggled
to your
with. The one that Luigi
laboratory.
Dini's on, man.
Yeah, what the
It's
heck is
working for me,
brutal?
bro.
Yeah,
What the
it's
heck?
brutal.
It should have been called what the because like this. Come on, man. This is that level he's on is why I was like, no, dude. Imagine playing I was like changing my perspective on the way I was gonna commentate. I'm like, you know what? I'm
Dude,
gonna
Sky,
be respectful to the
there's
player.
two.
This is a hard game, man.
Oh, yeah.
You
Oh
know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
absolutely. And I had mentioned quite a few times, this tournament
That's not
wasn't
good.
meant to compare speedrunners or anything like that.
No, no.
It was a thing for the community to get together, all the speedrunners to get together, and learn something new.
Dude,
And
yeah.
I
jump.
highly respect all the participants that
This is
have
GG's.
put the time in and have learned the game, and some of them that
I'm
haven't
losing a lot of
even,
time on
learned
this
the
part,
game.
guys, because I died at the
They're
end of
still
that.
participating. They're still trying like hell to make it past this.
Okay, I'm not gonna get the extra life this time.
And
I'm
I
just gonna go.
appreciate that. I love the concept and the camaraderie. I've had speedrunners, all of them working together to kind of learn the game at the beginning here. And it was just it was an amazing sight, honestly.
We made it to the boss.
We have the Killer 558 here saying level 2 is the reason I couldn't PB in time. Timothy saying this is here where I decided to call it.
Yeah.
No, so
Took us
the community
38
agrees
minutes to
it's
get
a difficult game.
It's what the heck is a very brutal level to throw in at the very beginning of this game. I mean, it's level 2, and a lot of the people, they got past that level 2 and then proceeded to PB shortly after. You know, it's
No, you told me to get good.
it's the first choke point.
Get good.
Ted's running through intestinal distress, correct?
Yes, he is. You'll see these poop balls. Yep, there's a poop ball rolling around, another poop ball.
I see where Conquer's Aphrodite got a little bit of his inspiration there for his levels.
Okay.
And Deanie finally making it to Evil the Cat, and
Just go.
he's not struggling as much as he was earlier, which is nice. He's on the 4th hit. The cats have 9
Oh, what? I
lives, so
wanna
he has
go-
to hit him 9 times.
I don't want to jump up there.
That has
That's
9
fine.
lives.
And then he's on to down the
It
tubes.
actually has 9 lives.
Now I'm watching Ted Feds very carefully, and I do notice that again the practice he knows where the monsters are at, so he's approaching each creature very carefully. Right now he's fighting one of the enemies here in intestinal distress. This creature here it's kind of like a frog.
I beat this guy.
Alright, we're doing okay. It's fine.
Here.
I lost some time, I think.
Oh, there you go. He got it.
That boss can be very brutal because when you get close to him, he starts throwing up out his eyeballs, and it's very hard to dodge.
Damn. Oh, damn. Come on,
The
man.
game is very edgy. I love the character that comes
Oh,
with
what?
this game.
Oh, we just took a freaking header. I thought I was the chicken for 2 seconds.
And then Ted going into Buttville.
Chicken only has 1 left.
Yep.
Buffer, though.
We're at 40 minutes. Ted's PB is 50 minutes. We might be able to see a PB here.
Now
I think somebody
imagine,
earlier was saying it was 4 minutes ahead.
imagine your perspective as a kid, 1994, playing a game where you're traveling between levels on a rocket, bro. in
Oh,
space.
no.
Yeah!
If you look at it, if you could look at it that way, I can
Lock
see
his ass.
why this got 1 million copies, you know, in 1994.
What?
Different experience, you know, for you know, a 5-year-old, 6-year-old.
Dude, that was a
in
glitch.
1994, chilling in their living
Dude, what the heck happened?
with their dad in the background reading the newspaper, their mom, you know, baking some cakes. You know, this is.
Oh no! I was looking at chat, bro.
Things about video games is
This is
that
bad,
it
bro.
brings a lot of
I just lost like a
different
minute.
things together to see
Chicken
how-
slander.
Ted taking a death and Andy ass.
Oh, I gotta go to the left.
Over chicken.
Ted taking a death
Andy,
here.
I can't fucking
Yeah,
be a
you
brother.
can see the aesthetic reasons why
we
this
have
game
3
was.
It's fine, dude. We can still PB.
We're like racking up.
Oh, it looks like
continues.
Luigi
I took 2
earned
big
it,
deaths though.
here.
Actually 3. I took 3 big deaths in this whole thing.
Interesting.
It'll be fine. Don't worry, we're on the last level after this, guys, and I have still my 2 of my game overs left.
Luigi Dini entering
Shit.
the
Dude,
down the
giant
tubes
pissed off
level.
cat right there.
I will say one thing now that we're starting to get a little close here to the end of this round. The prize winnings for this tournament are sitting at a total of $150 right now. This is a crowd. Yeah, this is a crowd-funded tournament, so any of the gifts or bits or anything like that that's sent during these races go directly into the winnings of the tournament.
Alright.
And if anybody else is actually wanting to donate to the tournament as well, whatever streamer you support has all the
I'm losing
information.
time. Alright, we're still like 5 minutes
One
ahead.
of the cool things about the TikTok live studio is that it tells you the diamonds for that
Yo, what's up,
stream,
Bryce?
and you can title it and you can figure
Very
it out.
easy to calculate.
Really,
Let's
really
try this
easy,
out.
yep. Really cool, man. I like the recently they've been really good with awarding subs
That's
and
fine.
like different themes with, you know, it kind of motivates you to keep streaming. I really enjoy that aspect.
TikTok is an amazing platform. It truly is. I mean, I know there are plenty of people out there that disagree and have their own hardships about it, but
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I think it's top
I
tier.
agree.
So funny.
Oops, I think I just
Dude, I
need...
hate this.
My experience, I agree.
Okay, good.
It's
Deanie finally hitting this sub here.
Yep, he's in the submarine. Again, it's about 7 hits. Yeah, 7 hits for
Come on,
for
bro.
these
Just...
things to break. So I don't think
Can't
he even took
make
damage
this
on
jump
one,
right
but
now.
There's a longer.
Yes, that was the introductory one, kind of like getting you to a point to learn. Ted kind of struggling with this wall of hooks. Oh, he makes a pass.
Dan Squared here typing gaming.
Let's go, Dan Squared's here.
Yeah, he's helping out with the algorithm. We're at the 43-minute mark here of the new run tournament. I'm your co-host Louis Cartoon here with Sir T. We're watching Luigi Dini versus Ted Feds on Earthworm Gym on the Sega Genesis. Now they're both emulating it, I believe.
Yes.
To just make sure that everyone's running on the same system. But very interesting here. We're seeing the second section here of the submarine with Luigi Dini. Now, I believe you could hit the bottom with no damage, right? It's only the sides and the top that take damage, so that's something that players may be using the bottom to dampen their inertia here when maneuvering around. That's one of the strategies I noticed them implementing.
These enemies that you see Ted going against right now are an insta-kill. If you get hit by them one time, they instantly kill you, no matter how much health you have.
Oh, I'm dead.
We got 12 people in here. If we get just...
Oh, Ted just dropped. He has to die here. That's the problem with this route is if he misses that hook, there is no way around it. He has to just take the loss of the life and just move forward.
So this is one of the bottlenecks of the game where you could see a turnaround. If Ted doesn't get this here, we could see this entire thing turn around, guys.
It could crumble. Yes.
Yeah. So look at the focus here required when the jump comes up here. It'll be interesting to see how Ted will maneuver here as the lightning strikes behind him. And you see Luigi Dini barely making it here, but like parallel-esque to Ted Feds here. It was about 6 hits, 1 hit away or 2 hits away. Oh!
He is opting to take that extra life there. And Ted is struggling to get this with this enemy.
We just hit the 45-minute mark on the new run tournament. For those of you scrolling by on the FYP, welcome in. We're watching Luigi Dini versus Ted Feds here.
Oh, he gets
Earthworm Gym.
He is very close to ending this game. He has one baby mini boss, and then it's the last boss. So, like, if he takes this plasma, he can shoot the mini boss and kill it with one hit.
It is groovy.
So we might be looking at the first race being over within maybe 2 minutes.
We're at another 15-minute mark, so I'm going to give another little tidbit of the video game. In 1995, Total Magazine ranked the game 14th in its top 100 SNES games list. Flux Magazine placed Earthworm Jim 7th on its top 100 video games list in 1995. Now, the franchise is multimedia. You know, it's
we did it, guys.
Ted ending the game.
Ooh.
4604.
Let's go. Okay.
New PB.
That is the end of it. I didn't mean to cut you off there, Louis.
No. Hey, this is
A nice, you're the best.
We did it, guys.
And let's bring these guys back in here.
What do you mean?
Dan Squared with the heartbeat. Thank you, dude. Outer Ted with the confettis. All right, we're moving on to round 2 of the tournament, guys.
I believe
We did it, man. Pretty good.
Is that a PB?
It should be. His PB was only 50 minutes.
Yeah, he beat.
So if not, with the Super GG.
4-minute PB, dude.
Yeah. Fellas, can you hear me? Everything.
We finally delete the game forever. I know. And I got the sub 50 that I wanted.
Oh, you beat the game? It's over?
Yes, he just beat the game.
What's up, guys?
46 minutes, 10 seconds.
There he is. Was that a PB for you, Ted?
Yeah. 4-minute PB.
Oh, 4-minute
Congratulations.
PB. You killed that, man. Absolutely demolished.
Thank you for saying that.
Mr. Dini, are you back with us yet here?
I am, sir. I am.
I can
He said, I can hear. I heard him speak. I don't know if you can hear him.
Oh, I had his sound down. Okay, now I should be able to hear him.
Ed, congrats, buddy.
Thank you for saying that, man. I'm glad that you stuck it out for the race.
Yeah, I was about to say my respect goes to both players, and Luigi Dini kept fighting through despite the odds going against him there. Again, what is one of the hardest platformers in the Sega Genesis? What are your thoughts on the game itself, learning how to play it and everything? Let's ask Luigi Dini first.
You know, it was a rough grind for the last 2 weeks. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, it wasn't a lack of not, you know, putting the hours in, because I did put them in outside, you know, outside of stream. You know, we just couldn't put anything together, and
It's a hard
tough game. It's definitely not what I'm used to. And
Outside of what you specialize, and that's one of the things that, like, you will see the players that have played 2D platformers, they have a little advantage there. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but you know, it was cool. Ran into some bad early luck there with I don't even know the guy's name that's hanging up there that throws the fish at you.
Oh, it was brutal.
I don't know what you guys saw, but like I ran into a good like 2-minute span where it wasn't throwing crazy balls.
Wasn't throwing boxes at all.
And
Yeah,
that's
so I
RNG.
had
That's
on alive, and then I didn't have the extra life, and yeah, it was a whole disaster. But you know what? Ted ran a good race. Congrats on the PB, bro. Really good stuff, man.
Thank you, man. I was hoping the best that I could do would be a sub 50 because I was like, all right, I don't know about this game. It's not really my style, but I know that I could probably get the sub 50. I'm surprised I got it during the race, though. I was pretty lucky.
How did you feel about the game over the course of the last 2 weeks here, Ted?
Well, first I just wanted to play through it to just kind of appreciate the game for what it was, because I'm mostly in this competition just to try a new game here and there and stuff like that. Like I'm not in it for the competition aspect as much. For me, it's more let's try a new game out, and this is the type of game where I wouldn't normally play it, so it's kind of interesting. But also, I felt like I'm not particularly that good at this type of game, because of like just how cheap it is and how many ways there are to just kind of get you game over after game over. But after the first week and a half, I kind of started to get like a rhythm with it once I beat the game, and I started to see like what I needed to do to get through without dying. And once I got through that, just kind of optimize a little bit as much as I could over the last 2 days. And yeah, I mean, honestly, I also watched a lot of Newman Beatbox because I was watching his stream the night before, like 2 nights ago, when he was practicing to try to, you know, I believe he got the top PB, which congrats to him, by the way. And yeah, I learned a lot from just watching him too. So I just like tried to move a little bit better and see if I can get sub 50, and that's what I did.
I love it. I love it. Well, Ted, congratulations, man. You're moving on to round 2, and you never have to see Earthworm Jim 1 again.
Well, what about number 2?
Mr. Dini, sorry, buddy. You put on a great time here. We could tell the effort you were putting in. We could tell the grind that you put into there. You just got some really sore luck at the beginning. But unfortunately,
I'm excited to see Luigi Dini in his specialty, you know, in future games. Maybe he'll make a comeback at a future tournament. I'm excited to see his future runs, man.
But it might not be over for you if you don't want it to be. Now that you are out of bracket number 1, you can feel free to join us in commentary, and we can continue watching these races and seeing how good everybody's getting.
No, honestly, like, I would be honored if you'd let me to do that, bro. Yeah, but honestly, I just can't wait to see what the rest of the tournament has. Obviously, you have a all-star cast of players, and just can't wait to see what the rest of the tournament and, of course, the first round has to hold. And Ted, you're the lucky guy who gets to see what the next game is and play it. So I can't wait to commentate and see where you go, bro.
Hell yeah, man! We'll see what it is. I'm sure it'll be fun.
We were announcing the new game on the 4th, so be ready for that. And at this point, I think I'm going to let you two go, and I'm going to keep Louie back here for a second. We're going to chat, and then we're going to move on. So I appreciate you guys. You guys both did a great thing here. And I appreciate it.
W runners in chat. W runners.
Congrats, man.
All right, I'm gonna hop in your stream, Sir T. I'm gonna end mine.
All right, sounds good. Appreciate you, man, and I will talk to you later.
Sounds good. All right, guys, let's go to Sir T's stream, and if we want to hear his final words on it in a minute. But yes, I feel pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna stream tonight. I think tomorrow I'm gonna do some Mario 64, even though it's Sunday. I think I want to do some Mario 64 tomorrow, and then possibly even do some Resident Evil 4. but it depends on how much time I have tomorrow. So that's my plan. I want to have like more of a full stream tomorrow. So be there for that. We won. We got a 46, and I'll see you guys on the next stream tomorrow. I'm gonna be in Sir T's stream now. Okay, there it is.